Get right into our 6'5" lockdown build. I'm going to show you the cap breakers, the max plus ones, twos, and anything else you might need to know about this build. Let's get right into it. All right, so here we are in the builder, and as you guys know that watch my videos, I have just about every single lockdown height possible in NBA 2K26. I have a 6'4", a 6'6", 6'7", 6'8", 6'9", 6'10", anything else you guys can possibly. I mean, I'm playing defense on 6'11" builds, but I have dropped a lot of lockdowns is what I'm getting at this year anyways. So we are going to get you a 6'5" lockdown today. This is like an all-around type of lockdown, very similar to my 6'4" with a few differences, and we are the 1 inch taller, which a lot of people have been asking for. So let's get right into it, not wasting any more time here. First name, last name doesn't matter. I always go right-handed. That's just my preferred thing. And jersey number also does not matter. Position, I'm going to go shooting guard in hopes that I never get put at the point guard in random rec. I never want to play point guard on this build. It's just not what I want to do unless I'm on the ones court, which we'll talk about the playmaking on this build in just a second. But anyways, height 6'5", weight 234 pounds. I did this specifically to get 92 strength. I want legend and movable enforcer, and that's more important to me than legend pick dodger, especially in 2K26 with how the gameplay is. I very much prefer a movable enforcer. Like I say though, with all my builds that I drop, make sure you use this as a template. Switch it up if you want to. Make this however you want. If you want to change things to make fit your playstyle, feel free. I'm not telling you have to make it like this or anything like that. But then a 6'10" wingspan so that we can get an 89 3-point shot and get set shot on gold and max plus 2 it to legend. So anyways, let's get right into it here. For the finishing stats, the important one here is 75 driving dunk. This will cap break very nicely. I'll show you guys that before we get done with the video today. We are going to go all the way up to a 64 close shot. And then for driving lip, it is going to stay right there at 55. Standing dunk, let me pop the badges up here for you guys. Standing dunk is going to be a 28. And then post control 47. All this stuff just ended up coming up with other things that I was upgrading, but I might as well throw it up right now so you guys can see how the finishing looks. Now the driving dunk, we will end up getting posterizer, everything like that. We'll talk about it when we get more to the cap breaker screen. But going on to our, I like the physicals on these short lockdowns more than anything else. So let's go ahead and max out our physicals really quick. We're going to go all the way up to a 78 vertical. Like I said, we're going to go 92 strength. And then we are going to go to a 89 agility, which is going to be the max. And then for the speed, we're also going to go to 89. But I will talk about cap breakers as well. Cap breakers on the speed are definitely would be very nice. I mean, if we go back here, you guys can see the speed gets all the way up to 95. So you can put 5 cap breakers on this and get your speed all the way up to a 94 on a 6'5" build. Absolutely crazy. Rebounding, we're just going to work our way back here. So we're going to go up to a 60 defensive rebound. Nothing too crazy, but we do get the bronze rebound chaser, bronze box out beast. And then for the defense, where this build really shines, honestly, 94 perimeter. Like I said, this is going to be very similar to my 6'4". So this will give us legend challenger, legend on ball. We'll have Hall of Fame pick dodger, legend immovable enforcer, Hall of Fame off ball pest. The steal then is also going to come all the way up to a 91, giving us gold glove, gold interceptor. Now, this is something I'm going to personally leave mine at 91 right now until I get more cap breakers by the end of the year. But this is somewhere you could put 5 cap breakers and get Hall of Fame glove, Hall of Fame interceptor. You could max plus 2. Or I mean max plus 1, either of those ones get them to legend. The block is very important. It's going to come up to a 68. I love having block on all of my builds. And then interior defense is going to come all the way up to an 80. We do get post lockdown, but we do not get paint patroller because we're not tall enough. But even on my 6'4", if you guys watch the gameplay that I've dropped on that build, you do get a lot more stops in the paint just having this up at an 80. Pass accuracy, people comment on it on every one of my lockdown videos that it's too low, this and that. I'm going 65. It's been doing great for me on all of my lockdown builds. If you're not the primary guard or anything like that, you really don't need all that much pass accuracy. Obviously, the higher pass accuracy, the better, but I'm going to go with a 65 on my lockdown build. And then for the 3-point shot, like I said, we're coming all the way up to an 89 on that. That is going to get us silver Deadeye, silver Limitless, silver Shifty, and gold set shot, which max plus 2 on set shot, giving us legend. You will be shooting extremely consistently on this build. And then I'm going to play a lot of 5s. I'm going to play a lot of random rec. So I also went ahead and threw my free throw all the way up to a 78. I think I messed something up here. Give me 1 second. Yeah, there it was. That was it. We just had to get rid of we had 1 too many on close shot. So make sure you put the close shot at a 64 and then max out your free throw at an 83. This is my 6'5" lockdown build. Let's go ahead and take a look at the comparison and build name. And then I'm also going to go into the cap breaker screen and show you guys that really quick. But yeah, there it is anyways. You guys can see the shades up there. Joe Dumars, Ron Artest. Physical 3&D Sniper is the archetype name. Bunch of strengths, couple weaknesses that we already talked about when making the build. But let's go ahead and take a look at our cap breaker screen really quick. It gets kind of crazy with the dunks on this build. And one other thing I wanted to mention, if you guys have not seen it already, I did not mean to click that, doesn't really matter. But if you guys have not seen it already, my 6'4" gameplay has very similar